Assalamualaikum and hi to my panel, Dr. Farid and Sir Nizam. Okay, my name is Muhammad Kamil Muhammad Zaid. I'm from 3BE101. My matrix number is B0818.0159 and my supervisor name is Dr. Farashkin binti Ali. Okay, I'm from Faculty of Electrical and Electronic Engineering Technology. Today I would like to present about my final year project. One, development of low-cost soil moisture-based watering system for gardening using microcontroller. Okay. Next, this is my outline. First, introduction. Second, problem statement. Third, objective and fourth, scope of study. Fifth, literature review and methodology, preliminary result and conclusion. Okay. Next, we start with introduction. In this modern era, electronic and technology have been applied in our daily life. There are several automated systems were invented and still need to be continued in order to assist human efforts with their daily activities works. Thus it can make the life of human more easier and convenient. Second, a lot of people love to have their own home gardening plants. However, there is a possibility that they forget to water the plant because of the busy schedule. As a result, the plant will suffer many disorders and ultimately die because of negligence of humans. Sometimes people forget to watering their plants, and this is because they don't have much time to take care of the crops, or they had a vacation for a long time and nobody at home to watering their plants, and it will affect to the plant, and the plant will die because they did not get enough water supply. And the third point for introduction is with the help of technology, people nowadays able to water their home or gardening plant automatically wherever they decide to go on vacation or somewhere else for a long period of time without being worried. Next, problem statement. Problem statement for this project is: first, weather in Malaysia is unpredictable. Weather in Malaysia is unpredictable. Sometimes it's too hot and sometimes wet. This is because Malaysia have their own seasons such as rainy, summer, cloudy and wind. During summer, the plants needs more water because the weather is too hot and it make the soil dry. If we do not take care of the plant will die because of lack of the water. And second point is sometimes the plants did not get enough water supply. This can make the plant die because plants need water to stay healthy. And the third point is gardener did not have much time to take care of the crops. This is because gardener did not water the plant because sometimes they are busy with their daily schedule. Next is objective. The objective of this project as follows: to develop a low-cost automated watering plant system based on soil moisture. With this low-cost project, all people who love to gardening have their own automated watering plant system at their home because the price is affordable. And second, to measure the moisture level of the soil. We can know the level of moisture either it is dry or wet. And third, to analyze the effectiveness of the system towards home gardening. Next, scope of study. The scope of this project are as follows. First, this project focus on home gardening plants which able to watering one or more plants. And two, Arduino Uno is utilized as a microcontroller. Arduino Uno is the main component that we use in this project as a data transfer. And the second and the third, a soil moisture sensor is used as an input in order to detect the moisture level of soil. This soil moisture sensor will detect the moisture level of the soil, whether it is high or low. A water pump is used as output in order to pump water from water tank to crops. Water pump is used to water their plants. When the sensor give a signal to microcontroller, then microcontroller send the signal to motor. Then motor will start to motor will on and start to irrigation the plant. Next is literature review. Okay, in this slide, I put the only 3 example for literature review that I got from the research, and the others I already attached in the report. Okay, for first literature review, system start is automatic plant watering system. Author is Debraj Modak, Sonali Mohato, Amitabha Prata, and Pamitan Andi. And the summary is generally in the summer and winter season, the humidity of atmosphere gets reduced as a result. Water level of the soil get reduced, and also lack of rain is one of the vital cause ill plantation. And the method is the soil moisture level to decide whether irrigation is needed and how much water is needed for soil. Okay, as you can see at the below of the table is the circuit diagram for this system. They got a microcontroller, then soil moisture, and DC motor pump, LCD, and this is the at side of the circuit diagram is the process flow. First is power supply, then soil moisture sensor. Soil moisture sensor send the data to microcontroller, then microcontroller send a signal to motor pump, then it will start to irrigation the plant. Next is literature review for the second part is system type, design of automatic watering system based on Arduino. The author is Ipen Prasetyo, Andino Marcelino, Oma Tanane, Nishi Shahu. And the summary is Indonesia is a maritime and agriculture country with rainy and dry season. In the rainy season, food plants usually do not need to be watered, while in the dry season, the plant must be watered regularly according to the soil moisture condition. The research aims to design a program microcontroller chip to control watering automatically based on soil moisture sensor. Soil moisture detect using a domestic soil moisture sensor. And the method is the design automatic plant watering device use a copper plate. Sensor working as an electrode to measure soil resistance that is converted into analog voltage and then into the digital data so that it can be processed by the Arduino Uno processor. Next, the flow chart of the system and the block diagram. This is the flow chart for previous system. Start, standby, sensor reading, and ADC conversion, ADC value, the value of the soil moisture, and what's the limit, and if high, yes, relay off, and valve on, timer end, and we will go back if the timer is end, and yes, relay off, valve off, and this is the block diagram. This is soil moisture sensor and power supply is the input, and Arduino is the microcontroller who receive the data from the soil moisture sensor and transmit the data to the driver relay and solenoid valve. And it's also got a display LCD to display the status of the soil moisture. Next, for the last part, for the literature review. System type, moisture sensing automatic plant watering system using Arduino Uno. The author is Kanshifati, author C. Summary, no matter whichever weather it is, either too hot and dry or too cloudy and wet, want to be able to control the amount of water that reach your plant. Modern watering system will be effectively used to water plants when they need it. Method is the system works on the principle of measuring the soil moisture level by means of the sensor technology using Arduino Uno and DC motor. As you can see at the below of the table, you can see the connection of the system. They got microcontroller, Arduino Uno, soil moisture sensor probe, and it's the and the motor. This soil moisture sensor is to detect the level of the moisture, and the motor is to pump the water to irrigation the plant. And next is the methodology for this system. This, as you can see, this is the block diagram. First block is soil moisture sensor and power supply. This is the input for the system, and Arduino is the main part on the system. Arduino Uno has a microcontroller, and the block for the LCD display, relay module, and motor pump is the output of the system. LCD is to display the status of the moisture level, and the motor pump is to watering the plant, and moisture sensor is to detect the level of the soil moisture for the soil. Okay, next is flow chart. This is the flow chart for the system. Firstly, we start, And second log is initialize the system, then read data from soil moisture level. Then if moisture less than 35%, the system will go to LCD display the status level of soil moisture. Then if the soil moisture more than 35%, and it will return to its state value. It's the real state, and then the start irrigation, motor pump activated and watering the plant, and then stop. Okay, next is preliminary result. As you can see, this is the circuit diagram for the connection for this system. In this diagram, we have microcontroller, Arduino Uno, soil moisture sensor, relay, motor pump, and LCD. Relay and soil moisture sensor is used to measure the soil moisture level for the soil. Then it send the data to microcontroller Arduino, and then it will display at the LCD the status of the soil moisture. Then if the level is high, then it turn back to its real state. And if the value is below than 35%, and the microcontroller Arduino will send a signal to relay. Then relay will on or on if the sensor if the level is low than 35, then it will on the motor pump and the motor pump will start to irrigation the plant. Okay, next, conclusion. As a conclusion, automated watering plants is necessary to assist people who love to have home gardening. And second, this project utilizes Arduino Uno as a microcontroller, soil moisture sensor as an input, and water pump as an output. Circuit for this project has been constructed and shown. From the design circuit, it is expected that soil moisture sensor able to read data and send to microcontroller, then trigger the water pump to start watering if the moisture level of the soil is below than 35%. The development of this project and implement it to the home gardening plant able to ensure the moisture consistency of the plant soil, thus keeps the crop healthy. This system will help people a lot because it make people more easier. That's all for me. Thank you.